people told me to stop doing what I was doing. I was told, no, get into high school, graduate university, get a job, and do whatever you want. After finally getting that recognition, I felt really seen, I felt heard, and it was a moment where I felt like I just don't want to stop what I'm doing.
Plaifah Kyoka Shodladd, a young activist for LGBTQ rights, is named on the Time 100 Next list for 2024, which highlights emerging leaders shaping the future of the world. Apart from activism, Kyoka has been widely recognized for a momentous speech in Parliament when marriage equality was passed into Thai law. Kyoka's interest in social movements began preteen, becoming a climate justice activist at only 12 years old. Kyoka later realized, however, that advocating for equal rights for the LGBTQ community is vital.
It was an interesting process. I was a huge environmentalist, but at the same time, I've been calling myself a feminist ever since I was 12. But as time went by, I started realizing what I really wanted to advocate for, and I finally understood what intersectionality meant and how social issues are just not single issues. Everything comes together, and it's about what lens do we focus on. And I think when I started questioning about the societal structure, that was when I started advocating for LGBTQ plus rights.
Of course, it is not easy to be open about gender, especially as a teen and being surrounded by those who oppose their beliefs. When studying at a Japanese school, Kyoka became embroiled in a battle against conservative gender norms.
When I was in one of the Japanese schools I went to, it was extremely difficult, especially because how Japanese society is created and how it works. People were like, no, women should stay at home. They should be the ones cooking. They should be the ones cleaning. And those words were coming out of my peers. So it was people around me who had a lot of, I would say, internalized misogyny and sexism and a lot of patriarchal views on gender, and it was difficult to navigate. But at the same time, I really had to put a mask on when I was at school or when I was in Japan at my grandma's place, because there was no way out for me to just tell them to stop thinking the way that they are thinking.
Feeling truly free only came when Kyoka moved to an international school. Kyoka admitted, though, that it took a while to feel comfortable with expressing such beliefs without fear of being judged.
I think with the patriarchal society I was in throughout middle school, it really shaped me into the person I am today. It made me want to fight for justice. And when I moved back to an international school, I felt free in a certain way that's like undescribable, because I felt like my voice was much more heard and respected. So I think it's always about like the place, the people you're with, and just believing in what you're doing.
Now at the age of 19, Kyoka feels much more liberated than ever. Being part of social changes leading to improved perceptions towards gender diversity and equality in Thailand has been a success for Kyoka. But getting global recognition on Time 100 Next list is a whole other level.
I think my family was definitely over the moon. My sister was the first person who knew about it. And after I had a quick call with her, she texted me and she was like, "Now you're the cooler sibling." And I was like, yeah, maybe. When I told my mom and dad, they were also just really excited and happy. And I told them, don't tell anyone yet, because I'm not supposed to tell both of you. But apparently they started telling all their friends because of their excitement. And I think on my Japanese family side, they really didn't know what the Time 100 Next list was. They tried searching and they were like, oh, interesting, cool. Your stories matter, your voice matters, and it's time to trust and believe in yourself, believe in the story that you have, because stories can turn pain into power, pain into passion, and pain into purpose.